Greetings.
Yes.
Greetings, everyone. Greetings, PT. An honor, of course, to be here with you, share those divine moments. That's what we're going to do. Today, PT, we're going to go again about music because I have more questions, more interrogation about the whole thing. I made a whole sheet with all kinds of notes. I don't know if
Right.
we're going to go through all this, but I would like
Yes.
to start with the fact that you said that music's first it's at the very base of the fabric of the this multiverse universe, call it the way you want. It's vibration, it's frequency, that whole thing. I get it very very easily also because my voice has a vibration, so it's very easy to understand these things. But what I want to get into more deeply is the music from other places. Like, I cannot fathom the idea that we're alone in this big, great, vast
Yes.
plain Earth. Like, there must
Yes.
be other pounds somewhere, other humans, maybe. I don't know how
Yes.
they look like, but I have a very fertile imagination, so I can go on with that. But
Yes.
I think we maybe have the potential to tap into their frequency to hear their stuff.
Yeah.
Like, the government has those big thing that
I,
they listen to, the comment qu'ils appellent ça,
I mean, it doesn't
I don't
work.
remember the name in English, but
Yeah. Yeah.
they
The
listen to sounds from
yes.
very
Yes.
far away.
Yes. But like, yeah, the word is sound. When you were saying music, I was saying the word sound. Okay.
Yeah.
Music is the arrangement of sound, certain
Okay.
arrangement of it. So sound comes first. Okay. So sound is what universe is made up of. That what you call frequency and vibration. When it comes to realms, okay, there is like earth plane is a plane of existence. Okay. Now there are other planes of existence. They're lower and higher. Now the higher planes we can't listen to their sounds by putting telescopes or this devices or anything.
Yeah.
It has to come through humans only. Everything comes through humans, right? Like right now, all humans make music of different varying degrees. Some is closer to the lower planes. Okay, some is of earth level, and some is of higher plane. Very, but that's very few. That's a rarity. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. So, but
Important to mention.
but it is all coming through the human body, this machine only. Okay, so the thing is, uh, music is more of a, like a tool used right now in a way, like because this word mind programming is there, which everyone understands in your channel. Everyone knows that mind programming is a big thing. Now, there's a propaganda for that mind programming. People can be told certain things and continuously told by the media. So, but what the thing is that if a message is given, the same message is given without music, and the same message is given with some music, then people respond to the music with the message with the music much more than the message without the music. Hmm.
Yeah.
So that is the first thing. Okay. So that is a basic thing in this world, that lot of mind programming has been done using music in the 20th century. Okay. Okay. So 20th century music became more of the vehicle, you know, along with movies, but music became a major vehicle for getting the message. Even in movies, the music was used, right? For so the mind programming has happened more through music. So there is a techniques for that. Okay, you can have it in a certain kind of format which the human mind responds to. Okay, like it is catchy for the human mind. You have to make it catchy. So then it affects the subconscious. Okay,
Yes.
the normal mind and the subconscious mind, and then you put your message in through that. Okay, and the thing has been that none of that has been evolving stuff. It's not to take beings higher. Okay, neither the quality of the music nor the message. Both things. Okay, so that has been the general sense of like what music comes now. It comes through these organizations, big, what's it called, record companies in this music industry, right? It's an industry, right? Like there's a like a factory. It's like a machine. which is producing that. Now, obviously, machines will be producing the music. Right now, humans will not be even required right now. The AI is producing by itself. You know, beats and stuff were already programmed. Beats were happening for from 90s itself in the computer, like that things. So, uh, which is all again taking humans to another level of devolution. If that wasn't bad enough before, the quality, they're taking it step further to make it more Borg completely. Where humanity will be completely lost. But people don't realize that, like that, listening to music which had like the beats, which are made on the computer, which are exact, you know. And I mean, it's all started in the studios, for example. In 60s, studios didn't use metronome. Okay. They didn't use the metronome. And suddenly metronome was introduced. Then all records started getting produced with the click tracks and
Yeah.
metronomes. Okay. And then came the computer beats, machine beats. Okay. So progressively taking you in a downward spiral against the human technology. Now that music technology is going against the human body technology. Okay. So there are a lot of things like here, like which we have to understand, you know. So that it's a complex thing. People don't see what's wrong with that, because they don't understand what the human technology is. How the human heart beats. Human heart doesn't beat like a machine. It has variability. It's called HRV, heart rate variability. Okay. So music has to have variability. Right now, if you play music in which the rhythm, let's say, changes every bar, they have a problem. If the timing changes, they call it beats per minute, BPM, right? If that changes in every 3, 4, 5 seconds of that thing, then they have a problem with that.
Yeah.
They allow that piece of music to go through, which is all very strange stuff because human machine doesn't work like in that kind of exactitude. So, so all standardizing of all music like that. So in today's music, all of the things are mostly like that. Some people who have realized, very few in this world, that this is the wrong direction we are going in. Then they start using instruments again. Then people are playing the drums themselves or things like that, and not use click track and not use metronome. But that awareness is very little, very very little.
Yeah.
So it's like not understanding a lot of facets of it, you know, and the message which was given, and in the thing which it was given, the musical that thing. So music can be either evolving, vibrations which make human beings do the right thing and say like I want to improve myself, or they can cause depression or take them in the wrong direction. You know, like some music, you then like if people are in a corporate job and they don't like it, okay, so then there's a music to keep you in that corporate job.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, so there's all kinds of things in that. Yeah.
So you're saying that in higher realm,
Yeah.
possibly there is like higher music frequency, more
Yeah.
suited for our
Yeah.
body.
I mean,
So
I'll give you an example.
we don't
I'll I,
devolute so much.
yeah, give you an example. For example, if you see a very good sunset on Earth, very good, you'll call it a heavenly sunset. Light,
Yes.
nice things happen, nice that thing, very nice ethereal colors happen. You saw a
Yeah.
very good sunset. So that was a glimpse of heaven on Earth.
On Earth.
Same way, there can be music which is similar to that sunset. Okay. So then that is glimpse of heavenly sounds on Earth. I'm not saying that's easy to make. It requires a lot of work and that thing to make that kind of music. But that can be done, and that's what I try to do on my channel, LotusOcean, along with different things. So it is uh, heavenly signs like rainbows, sunsets, different things which are on earth, which are closer to heaven, you know, because earthly plane has glimpses of heaven. So, it's a middle
And
plane. It has higher things, lower things, all mixed up. So, yeah.
there is a lot of music instrument. There's one in particular I would like us to look at, and it's the piano,
Yeah.
because the piano has been around for many, many years, a long time.
Yeah.
Mozart was playing piano, like all the classical music's been
Mm.
like, and there's something very divine also with the design of the piano, the amount of keys, and also you have to be somewhat skills to play piano, like your brain, it's like you play with
Uh,
your both hands
like,
at the same time,
I,
like it's
I,
require
yeah, when you bring up piano, I'll tell you something about piano a little bit. Like, piano is actually coming from lyre. Lyre is an instrument which is like a string instrument. There are strings, and the shape of the piano is like that, lyre only. So where the strings
yeah.
are laid out. Okay, and earlier in lyre, people used to plug the strings by hand.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Now, uh, in piano, then they said, why touch the strings with the fingers? You create more separation between the strings and the finger, an expression of the fingers. So you have a key which goes, and there's a hammer which hits
You
the string.
hammer the chord.
So when you hammer a string, you can only get one kind of sound, a plonk. You can't change the sound. When you touch a string, you can touch it with different ways, hundreds of ways, plug, strength, energy, motion, vibration, you can change. But in a plonk, you can't do anything. You are
Yeah,
disconnected from the string. So it was the first disconnection instrument which was made between human.
yeah,
So it was not a positive direction, it was a negative dive. Piano is like a digital instrument, like it's the white and black. Ting tong. Okay, it's like each sound means one hammer, and this, and sounds don't merge. It's like, you know,
and
so
a lot of electric guitar player do
yeah,
not use also the plastic pick. They let grow their nails, and they use their nails to
yeah,
hit
yeah.
the
For
chord
touch,
differently
for touch
for
sensitivity.
the touch.
Yeah, touch sensitivity, and like guitar, electric guitar, at least keep the strings to you. You have this hand,
Yeah,
and you are on the strings, like the lyre. I mean, all these instruments have come from the lyre, you know.
yeah,
But here you are still maintaining the connection, human touch to the strings. And the left hand will always be having the strings touching fingers. And from there you can bend this thing, that thing. You can do you always have control over how the note comes out, what the expression of it is. That's why, like, when computer plays piano pieces, it's much more easier for it to make play piano pieces because it's just an order of things. Machine can do that, you know.
yeah,
And any complicated pattern, it'll do that. It'll do better than human. But guitar things, it cannot do, because in guitar things you have to have randomness. You have to have, like, how much will be the pressure, how much will be the bend, how much will be the vibrato, how much will be the
yeah.
attack, what is the slide, this thing. For machine, that's much harder to calculate all of that, you know. So so when the computer started playing pieces from these people from the past, Bach and stuff, uh, the machines were able to play piano concerts easily. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Uh, like I was saying, music also, like music is powerful, of course, if it's done properly.
mm,
We have what we have today on our hands, the music industry and all, but it can push us also to do things that we rather ignore, like training our body. Like many people will go to the gym and have music at the same time they train. Now you're training, you're doing something beneficial for your body, but at the same time you're devoluting because of the sound you're listening. So
yeah,
is it a balance?
yeah.
Am I in balance here?
But in with the gym, you are devoluting
Or
both ways. In gym, you're devoluting both ways because that's not how body's supposed to be treated in the one. So
yeah,
So that's both ways. And you're putting the crap which is making you do something nonsensical for the body. So the music has to be nonsensical as well for you to do nonsensical things with your body. So the music has to be sensible for you to do sensible things with your body first. That it's not a machine thing, it's a sensitivity thing. So yeah, music can drive us in a lot of things. One, two, three, we do. You know what I'm saying? But then the music has to be of the right quality. you know just like in food, you will say, oh, this is organic or not, right? In that thing. Or you would say, like, how is it grown, what is this, like, you know what I'm saying, like, it is, what is the seed, is it GMO, is it not GMO, right? People do all that in food, right? So, but they don't do that in music, right? So but those things exist in music too. They do. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Another thing I
there's
wanna bring
organic
up.
music. Yeah, there is, like, I mean, there's a machine beat music and organic music. There's a huge difference between both, where the percussion is played by humans and they're not playing to a click track, and they're free with the rhythm, and that's
Yeah.
totally different from, yeah,
I think one instrument that I think we can't avoid is our voice, like
yeah,
singing. A lot of people say you need a lesson, you need to learn how to sing. Probably, I've never really. I sang with my music on, but I'm not a, like.
mm,
What about the vocal cord? Because also most instrument are, the sound is produced with cord, piano, guitar,
mm,
or air, like flute or stuff.
yeah,
So,
wind instruments,
and you have both. You have the air and you have the cord in your throat.
yeah.
So that's a
But
massive
again,
instrument there.
the thing with this a whole thing with voice and human, that thing, it comes down to speech first. What are you saying in the first place, right? When you're speaking first, okay, you singing comes after speaking, right? Speaking comes
Yeah,
first. So if you don't have anything to say, even, you have nothing to sing
yeah.
either. Okay. And when you're saying something, whether you are saying with the proper diction, same things which apply in speech apply to singing too. That's why in singing classes they teach, oh, open your mouth properly, and they teach them a little bit of diction more in singing classes, which they don't do for people in speech, but that should be done in speech
Oh,
anyways.
that's big what you're saying there, because we're taught proper diction when you take lesson to sing.
Yeah.
Like that's literally
Some
what
of
they
it, some
do.
of it, not all of it, but some of it, yes.
Some of it, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But not to speak. Like in school, we don't learn how
Yeah.
to speak and stuff.
So in
Yeah,
singing
but
lesson, they'll
that's
say
thing.
a, e, o, u. The
Yeah, yeah,
vowels
yeah.
have to be used properly. Do not, but in speech, they won't apply that. Okay, so
Yeah, and
yeah,
even you were saying that aeioum, like you say,
yeah, yeah,
that's it, has to be sang. You have to sing it almost, that thing. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah. So the thing is that all of these things with speech come first. The speech training, the mouth training, and that thing comes first. The centering of the speech and all of that. Singing comes later. And if you're doing that, that is like singing anyways. If you
yeah,
are able to do proper diction from the center, then even if you're speaking, that is as good as singing or better for any listener.
yeah,
It has more positive effect for their mind. Singing is not like, like people are screaming and screeching right now in different ways, you know,
I know.
which they have made it, that this is that is just a creation of some sort of a thing. Now this is singing. Okay. So now everyone follows that. They make up a template. Okay, this is singing for females. So females follow this. This is singing for males, then males follow this. Okay. And then grunge happened, for example. There was a singing template for grunge
Yeah,
vocalists. Okay, then everybody's following that template. Okay. Like, but those are not things which are there for raising you higher, you know, because again, they're not going by the centering or the speech. And obviously the content comes into it as well, but it's not the.
Because also, PT, we know that songs are powerful. We sing little songs to our infant. Even animals are in tune with music, and that's
Yeah,
another interesting part I
yeah,
want to bring. Animals in tune with music. You will put music to a dog, you'll fall asleep. Like a
yes,
a good music, relaxing. I'm not
yeah,
talking
yeah,
trash metal here. I'm
yeah,
talking nice music. The
like a
animals will
lullaby.
fall asleep. They are in tune with the
Yeah,
music too.
if you put a
They're not
lullaby,
afraid of it.
yeah, if you put a lullaby for it, it'll fall
Yeah,
asleep and things like that. I mean, in nature, the sounds are created anyways. In like whales in the sea, they're creating sonic envelopes which
yes,
go thousands of
wave.
miles, which now they are realizing that they keeps the Earth's tectonics in place. It's like a massage.
Yeah,
Like Earth has like frequency, Schumann resonance.
yeah,
Earth has its own frequency. Then it has to um, like envelop with that the whale sound frequency. So there are a lot of sounds in the ecosystems with birds and everything, which are keeping the ecosystem actually alive.
yeah,
But people don't understand any of that. Okay, so there's bird song, there's whale song, there's these things. There are a lot of music going on just to keep the ecosystem alive around the earth. you know so obviously sound music is creation itself, like sound is creation, so obviously music will, the ecosystem is also a certain vibration and certain kind of song. So
yeah,
you can think that, okay, and then before, like, people had the songs or chants, like in tribal cultures, where after that song rain would happen. So it's a rain song, right? So that means, like ecosystem, like there's a desert. Okay, desert will happen where there's no rain, right? So then the song of that desert area is where no rain is happening. That's the sound which is making that ecosystem. So sounds are making the ecosystems actually. So people don't understand that. Like, so earlier ancients, everybody knows that music is connected to nature, connected to the five elements, connected to the ecosystems, and all of that is one complex thing. So, uh, and now we have dissociated music, disconnected is called. And then when they first started using the click tracks in the 70s and stuff more, and then it was called disco, the beat, disco.
yeah.
Disco is disconnected.
Disco disconnect.
Di-
Yeah,
yeah. So create a disconnect, and that's when the synthetic, then came the raves, the that thing, industrial music, the rave music, the all of that,
all that
techno
techno.
came after that. So it was a direction which was taken, but people don't realize that that has been happening since 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, you know.
And another interesting place where we hear songs, it's not only where we're infant in the crib, but in church.
Yeah.
They sing songs in church and a lot
Mm.
in
Yeah.
Catholic church and whatever church. I think they
Yeah.
sing song everywhere because the brain, exactly like we
More
said
receptive.
earlier,
More receptive.
process the info easier with
Yeah.
songs.
It's more receptive to the message when
Yeah,
clothed with music, you know. So so that's, and in that also, what kind of tones you use, what kind of modes you use, what kind of chords you use, and all of that
why do they
makes.
call it gospel? Go spell, go spell, gospel, go spell.
Yeah. Like, first it was God spell, spell of God.
God spell.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, but obviously D was taken out at some point. It became
oh,
okay.
yeah.
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 So, uh,
They took
but
out the
I'm sure not it's not much to do with the god, the spell. It,
no,
yeah,
it's not very
there is a
godly
spell, but
anymore.
we won't go as far as to say that is God's spell. Yeah.
But it's nice music. I say sometimes
Yeah.
you hear all the people singing together, and also they tend to put a lot of people, not just one, but
The
a
point is,
massive group to sing songs. So
yeah,
it's even
yeah,
more power, more
yeah.
vibration, and
The power and vibration, but the point is, what is the message? Because that is particular religious thing where a religion has to be promoted. So it becomes like an advertisement for a religion. And for advertisements, obviously, they make a lot of efforts.
okay.
Most of effort in music is made in advertisement, actually. Either of a product or religion or anything. You know. So
Uh,
mm,
I get a question to another one. Some people sing a lot, but they sing in some tenor, like the high tenor or the low tenor, and also like when you sing on a high tenor note all your life, it must wear out the vocal cords at one point.
yeah, obviously,
Like
yeah,
there is a lot of people you hear,
yeah.
like just for example, Bon Jovi. I found he has lost a lot of his voice
And
now
not using.
compared to before. So what happened with the vocal
Obviously,
cord?
but because there are certain things which are not natural for the human body to do
Okay, that's it. Not
on a
natural to
repeated
sing
basis.
like that.
That's just like you are sort of like torturing your body, your vocal cords, for getting some attention or whatever, or fame or whatever. That is not music exactly. It's nothing to do with it. It's just to do with the uh, I mean, people can scream and squeal if something hits them or something, but to do that all the time without any such thing is not, natural. Like,
It's not sustainable. You
it's just
cannot
neither
do that
sustainable
for
nor natural. Unnatural things are
exactly.
never sustainable, and they will cause some damage, and finally you lose that. You know, there
Yeah, a
is,
lot of them lose their voice as they get
yeah,
older. Like
yes,
they have a hard time to tap into their original voice.
yes, yes.
Uh, Music and pain relief. It can relieve a lot of pain, honestly, for some people. Of course, if it's done properly, again, in the proper
Mm.
context, composed properly. But do you think really there's a pain relief in music, PT? We can access that.
The
We
thing
can.
is, my point is with this is that the only real pain relief is actually work. What
Okay.
people should work, and if they keep on doing the work, that is a real pain relief. Music can be help for the work, or you can use it as a that thing for the work, background. But it should not be used just that, okay, you stop doing something, just put the music on, expect the pain to go away.
Yeah.
I think that's a wrong approach completely. you know Finally, all pain has to be worked through by your own work. Okay, and there are works with your own body you can do, and it should not be used as a substitute for work, listening to music. Okay, it can be used as a background or addition to the work. you know so, and expectation should not be there. Okay, I'll put this on, my pain will go away now. you know you know that's not the point of music. I mean, human beings have been given a body actually to do some work, really, and to utilize that body properly. That's the only real pain relief, actually. you know so
Yeah.
so that's, yeah,
Anyway, there's a lot of powerful stuff with music. We could
yeah,
extend our thing more, but I think we went through it all pretty much with the music. When we come back next Wednesday, we'll start with the painting because
right.
painting is very interesting. I tend to think that some people are born with aptitude to paint or to draw or to
Yes,
because myself I experience a lot of difficulties in drawing and stuff. Maybe I
yeah,
didn't practice. Maybe you have something in
yeah,
your brain. I have a
yeah,
lot of
different.
questions
Yes, yes,
concerning
yes,
that.
yes.
So we'll have a
Okay,
chance to
next
exchange
week.
about it, PT. That's it.
Yes.
Large up. We're out. See ya. Next.